guys, my name is Cassandra, and I'm here to share with you an experience that happened to me back in, I believe, in '09. This story was like so miniature, but has a lot, has a really big meaning. So starting off with, well, first of all, one of my biggest passions is singing. So a friend of mine had introduced me to a producer who was probably like a big shot in his prime time. So I had auditioned for him. He was really interested. And so first day of training, here I am thinking that somebody was going to write my music and all I had to do is, ooh, and call it a day from there. No, that was not the case. Okay. He sat there and told me, well, what we're going to do today is you're going to be writing your own music and you're going to sing it. So I'm like, huh? Wait, what? And in the back of my head, I'm sitting here like, I have never written a song in my life. Let alone maybe like a little bit of poetry, but it wasn't even nothing serious. Well, I am a really good essay writer, that I will tell you. But anyways, I sat there in like paranoia, like, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh. I do not want to blow my chance, but at the same time, I don't know. I sat there and had what they call writer's block. Because, I'm sitting here like, how are you going to make this happen? So, in the midst of all of this, I'm talking, had the producer there, had his artist there at the same time, and it was just me. But it felt like I had a big crowd in front of me, and they were just counting on me to make something happen. So I just had to just take my big shot, best shot, and I shot a little prayer and said, dear God, please give me the wisdom knowledge to put something on this paper, because I don't know what to do. I've never written a song in my life. As you can see, at that moment, something great happened. Like, it was almost like it was just magical. As I shot that prayer, within minutes, I noticed I started to write. And, I remember the song, it was called Sweet Vibe. And it went like this. As I'm in the room, we are conversing. I can help but to reminisce about you. Your lips, your hair, your voice, da-da-da-da. And I wrote that song. And I'm sitting here like, did I just do this? Like, okay, well, go ahead and give it to him and see what he thinks. And he sat there and he was impressed, okay, because he, sat there and said, this is what makes, one of the things that makes you an artist, an authentic artist is, it was a test, okay, for me to know who I'm actually dealing with in front of me. And, he was like, I knew you had it in you. And, the moral of that story was faith, okay? Because, a lot of people, I know that people question and wonder, how do I know if God is real? And, as far as faith goes, I really want something to happen for me, but, how do I know this is going to happen anytime soon through God? And, I know that people, say that he is this big thing, but, how do I know? What's the proof? And that right there, that actually happened to me a few years ago, let me know that he actually existed. I mean, I am a Christian and was at that time as well, but I was nowhere near, a firm, believer that, was constantly prayerful. I did come from a wealthy spiritual background of, people who, my family who did believe in God and were very prayerful, but for me, I was just, regular old Christian and just kicked it and just went with the flow. But that day, I knew that at that moment, this happened in so little time. Didn't even take up to 15 minutes that I sat there, shot that prayer, and just gave it to him. And next thing you know, I am writing a song that normally takes people time to develop. Did you hear what I just said? Time to develop. And I instantly put it on paper. And he was impressed. My producer was impressed. And I'm not saying that, people can't write or it's not easy to, come up with songs or improvise. But for some people, that's very challenging because, creativity is a really big thing. Of course, you do have rappers who, can spit a few words and it's talent. But for me at that moment, I did not know that I had that in me. And it took an instant prayer for him to shoot some type of miracle. in the sky. And, well, from the sky. Sorry about that. Did I just say in the sky? Sky? SMH. Anyways, yes, that happened. And my advice to you, okay, is, you know, if there is anything that you need, all it takes is instant prayer, or even a prayer for you to get on your knees and just say, dear God, I need you. All it takes is you believing what's in your heart and giving everything else to God. Whether, I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you're sick. I speak nothing but life, but not death, into your situation. And at that moment that this happened, I knew that verse, Mark 11:24, when it says, and I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall desire, ye shall pray about it, believe it, and receive it, and also have it. And at that moment, he really did deliver for me. And that's just something that I know that can be very hard for some people to believe or find challenging, to see if God really is real. But for me, through my experience, that's what I had felt. I knew at that moment, this is the deal. And I didn't have to wait a couple days, a couple hours. This happened within a few minutes. Okay, so that's my story from me to you. I hope you found some type of value in that. And, see you on the next video. And have a lovely day. Bye.